Hi, welcome back to my podcast. I'm so glad to see you guys are here. Wait, I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate those of you that have been watching and listening to the podcast since it came out. This is episode 23. So I feel like I'm a baby. I'm a baby podcaster right now. There's just a few episodes, but you know what? I'm not a baby podcaster because I've done podcasts for a really long time. How many episodes do we have of the When the Kids Go to Sleep with Shay? It's a podcast that Shay and I did together, which, we really should revive that, but maybe someday. Basically, what I'm trying to say is thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of this community that is the Empowered Now community. Welcome to Empowered Now. I'm your host, Colette Kati. Join me as we talk all things to uplift, encourage, teach, inspire, and empower you to see your best self, to live your best life, and to thrive wherever you are. I've been online for a really long time. I would say our family vlogs, we started back in 2008. And so I feel like we've built this community and my personal brand and channel I've built from our family channel. And so as I've been branching out into this new version of myself that is a life coach, that is, doing podcasts now. And sorry, I've got this click in my headphones that I don't hope you can't hear. And it's different. It's so new. And I realize that what I do is so experiential that a lot of the things that I talk about, and, I've been told this, Shay's said this a few times, where he's like, some of the things you talk about, people might not understand. Like, what does it mean when you're talking about ego and surrender and all that kind of stuff? And, there can be other people that are like, this is not my vibe. And maybe they came over here, and maybe this is you. Maybe you came over here from the Shay Tards vlogs, and now you're here and you're like, what is she doing? I don't get this. This is over my head, or it's in a realm that I don't want to be in. So I'd understand that if that's you. But this is a part of my journey that I feel like is the most important. And I'm really glad to be here. So those of you that are here and you're watching and you're listening and you're feeling a connection, you're maybe feeling some support from what I'm giving you here, thank you for being here. And also keep coming back, because as I'm growing in this space, you are also growing with me. And I love to be able to share this new realm of my world with you. And I'm hoping that, obviously there's my life that I have to show for it. I went through a big transition, a big change in my own life that some of you noticed, some of you saw, some of you maybe didn't. But as I've said many times, I look back on previous versions of myself in past videos and past content, and I'm a different person today. And if you have watched any of my content and felt an inkling of that, and there's anything about where I'm at today that you feel drawn to, I encourage you to stick around and to stay, because what we're doing here is pretty freaking awesome. Because I'm all about transformation. I'm all about, let's live life from a place where we can be happy. And I don't mean just happy. I don't mean selling a big company, making a bunch of money, buying a bunch of stuff, kind of happy. I mean internal, from my bones. Life can be a mess on the outside and I'm okay kind of happy. The kind of happy where you wake up and you are so glad to be alive, and you have stuff in your schedule that you are born to do, that you're in your bones. You feel like this is the life I've always wanted to live. This is the person that I've always wanted to be. Maybe that person was always in there, but I just didn't know how to access this person. If that's you, you're in the right place, because that's what I do. I am the internal person accessor, okay? The work that I've been doing is the internal access. It's like a spy, where we're trying to get into the inner part of this vault so we can access this gem of gorgeousness. And it's always been there. You just haven't been able to access it. And that's what we're here to do. We're the spies. We're the Mission Impossible over here. So yeah. And I'm really passionate about this specifically today because my breakthrough group coaching program is almost here. I am so excited to share with you my 8-week group coaching program, the Breakthrough Experience. It's time. It's time. If you've been feeling that energy of, you know what, something bigger is there for me. There is something inside of me that is ready to be discovered, ready to be unlocked. It's time. And I'm giving you an extra week. I'm giving you an extra week than originally planned to join. So today's the 1st. Hi. Okay. So it's just Colette cutting into Colette because Colette got the dates all wrong when she was filming this super late at night that day she was filming it. Okay. So let me give you the right dates. The program officially begins April 9th. That is the first day of our 8-week group coaching program. But if you sign up today, you will get in on our bonus session, the 9th bonus session, starting tomorrow. It's okay if you miss the bonus session, if you're still not quite ready. You have to sign up by this Friday, April 4th, though, in order to get into the program. Doors close on Friday. So let's go. It's time. If you're feeling it in your bones, this is the time. This is the only time I'm going to offer it this year. So it won't be around again until next year. This group coaching program is a different type of experience. And I've gotten the question, how do you coach people in a group where everybody gets to, feel this, they've had the attention that they need? Obviously, private coaching is a more intimate experience. It's more tailored to your exact needs and what you're needing. But the method that I use, it's so powerful and it spans across, basically anybody. And obviously you're coming to this program because of the things that I've been talking about. And we're going to go deep into your internal world, your emotions, your thoughts, and how all of these things are affecting your outer world. It's a powerful experience and it will change your life. It will. I don't even care where you're coming from. It will change your life if you work it. It's just like anything, the gym, it's only going to work if you come and you work it. And those people that showed up to my live program, my live 3-day free course that I had, they understand this. There were shifts made. There were internal worlds that were rocked because you finally feel the experience of what it actually feels like to do this kind of work. Anyways, I'm not going to get too much further into that. If you're feeling the call, let's go. All right. And that leads me into the topic that I really wanted to share with you guys today. So I recently had a question from somebody that joined my Facebook group in order to do the live course for Claim the Life You Deserve. And it was a really good question. And I just felt like it would be a great topic to discuss here on the podcast. So her question was around rejection. And what do you do if you have been doing the internal work, you've been working really hard, so you feel pretty good internally, but the block isn't internal, it's external. The block meaning the thing outside of you is still kind of a problem, even though you feel like you've done a lot of internal work. Specifically, I think she was talking about building her business, gaining clients type of scenario, or gaining a job, that kind of scenario. And, you do all this work, but then there's still rejection and there's things that fall through at the last minute and things just don't seem to be working out. It can be really frustrating. And I know that some of you are probably in that position right now where you feel like you're pushing and you're trying to move forward and you're doing everything you can to make stuff happen in your life, and it just isn't going your way. It just isn't happening. So I want you to take a deep breath first. If that is you, just take a deep breath. Let go for a second. One really powerful principle that I learned a few years back is rejection is redirection. So anytime that there is a rejection or a no or a halt in your life, instead of making it mean something about you, instead of making it a problem, what if you reframed it to mean, okay, what do I need to redirect? What can I shift and change about what I'm doing, the approach I'm approaching it with, or even just being consistent? So there is things that obviously you can do to shift and redirect, but when you're in a scenario where you are trying to gain a job or trying to gain clients or trying to make something external happen for yourself, it's really hard not to get in our heads about it and to make it mean something specific about ourselves or make us feel like we're not doing enough or that we aren't enough. It's a challenge. But if you can reframe, and this is the idea of reframing, meaning we take a scenario, we take what we have created, the meaning that we've created around it, and we play it back and we create a new meaning, or we question our original reframe or our original framing of it. Because life is a series of stories. We have our experiences, we have the things that we go through, and we create meaning around. And it's not always true. We've got to question those things. We've got to question, what am I making this mean about me? And that's why the idea of rejection is redirection is so powerful, because anytime things are not happening for us externally, we're not getting the job, we're not getting the relationship, we're not doing the thing, even though we feel like we're working really hard, maybe there is something that we can be grateful for that we don't have that thing, because maybe there's something better, or maybe there's something that we can learn that we still need to shift or change so that that thing then can happen. I feel like today is going to be like the quote day, because there's several different quotes that, and maybe not even quotes, but little mind gems to help you shift your perspective. I have a lot of those in today's episode. So another saying that you can use in a lot of different ways is, do your best and let go of the rest. And why this is so important, because we can't control the external world. We can't always control if we can't always control if we're going to get the job. We can't control if the other person is going to reciprocate our feelings in a relationship. We can't control what other people are going to do and the external circumstances of our life all the time. And so that's why when we put forth our best effort and then we let go of the rest, that's actually when things get really good. There's this energetical exchange. And by energy, I know I've talked about energy in previous episodes, but there's energy in everything that we do. And if we have a certain intention or an emotion or a fear, that energy can often be felt. And you can call it bullcrap or not, but it's real, and there is scientific evidence around this. And one of these episodes, I'm gonna actually dig that up and find it for you so you can go and see for yourself. But I also feel like, don't just believe me, but try it out. So when you are working towards a goal, when you're working towards something, relationship, job, you can insert any scenario here. When you go into it with the energy of I need, you are actually telling your brain that you don't have it already. Which I'm sure right now you're like, well, I don't have the job. I don't have the relationship. So I need it. I'm trying to get it. But that's why when you reframe and you start to do these internal exercises to help shift your energy to the energy of, yes, I'm working towards this thing, but I don't need it in order for myself to be okay. That's when it's easier to be present in the moment, be able to let go of the stress and the worry and the grasping and the internal clinging and restrictions that come along with needing something to happen, needing something to be a certain way. Because that energetical exchange, it's kind of like a pursue withdraw dynamic. So if you think about a relationship, and if there's one person in the relationship that is extra needy and is kind of clingy and reaching for the other person to, oh no, I need that. I need them to be okay. I know I need this. I need this from them. I need them to understand. I need them to be, I need them to do, I need whatever in order for you to be okay. That's going to create a withdraw in them. Like the more you push, the more you pursue, they will withdraw. Just try it out. You might even see some evidence in your own life or in somebody that you know of this actually happening. It's a real thing. And it happens in that because that energy can be felt. So one concept that is really powerful is, not only do your best and let go of the rest, because you're doing the work. Make sure that you are actually doing the work to make things happen, but doing the work that's in your power to do. And then allow what happens to happen and trust that it's in your best interest, because that's when life gets to be good. If we're constantly needing something to happen and it doesn't happen, it's painful, right? So to me, it's a no-brainer. Like, let's work on doing our best and letting go of the outcome. It doesn't mean that we stop working towards what we want. We just find ways to enjoy doing the work to get the thing we want, and getting into the energy, the space of energetical alignment with what it is we want. And that, I know we've talked about that in a previous episode about manifesting, and how when you can access the feeling that you're hoping that the external outcome will give you, you're drawing it to you. You're more likely to have the thing manifest in your life when you're bringing that energy into your energy field. And so, that might sound a little woo-woo to some of you, like, I don't know about that, but just try it, test it out. I mean, what have you got to lose? You already don't have the thing. So what have you got to lose? Really nothing. Okay. Another principle that is really powerful when you're having this dynamic of, I'm working really hard, there's still no's, there's still rejections, there's still things falling apart at the last minute, is being in surrendered action. And it's probably another way to say, do your best and let go of the rest. But surrender, and I'm going to talk about surrender a lot because it's powerful. Being in surrendered action means I'm still taking action towards the thing that I want, but it's totally okay if it doesn't happen. I'm going to be okay. I am okay. And sometimes it takes a lot of internal work to get there, but that's the idea. I'm taking these actions and I totally believe, I've got faith, I feel good that this is going to happen for me, but I don't need it to happen. I'm okay either way. And ironically, that's when things start to feel good. That's when you start to draw the things that you actually want to create in your world into your world. All right, so I do want to share a story with you. It is around energy, and an experience that I had most recently as I've been prepping and preparing for the group coaching program that's happening. Cart closes on April 4th. You want to be there. It is not for the faint of heart. It is for those who truly want to change, who are truly ready to shift their world internally so that their external world gets to be really good. Okay? And you get to shift internally so that there can be chaos. There can be other things happening around you, but you're okay. You've got you. You're solid and grounded, and you're okay. And others will look to you, but they're not taking from you anymore because you're not giving up your power. You've got a lot of power. You've got boundaries, and your cup runneth over, meaning you're pouring into other people because you're full. You're not giving and giving and depleting yourself. You're able to help the people that you love and be there for the people that you love in an aligned, authentic way to where you get to be so full. And that leads into my story. So about a week before the first day of my free live course, I kept thinking about this certain coach that I hired in the past and that I have become friends with, and that we've talked a lot. And anyways, I really respect her as a coach. She is great with meditation, mindset, energetic. She's really good with her intuition and really good feeling her energy and tapping into my energy. And so I just kept thinking about her, and I kept thinking, I need something. Like, I need her help. And so I asked her if she could do a Reiki session for me. And we were going over dates and trying to figure out when it would work for both of us. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I could do it after my first live course on Monday. This was, a couple weeks ago. So I scheduled it, and then we were in. The first live course went amazing. I was so grateful. Those are my favorite times, just being in my element, coaching people, watching them transform, watching them have aha moments like, oh my gosh, I never even thought of it that way before. It was very powerful. And I don't think those are available anymore. If they are, they will be in the Facebook group for the Claim the Life You Deserve if you didn't get a chance to watch those. But here we are. We're having our Reiki session, and we do it long distance. So she's over the phone or over Zoom, and we're, I'm just in a meditative state. She's working on me, and and she had this, she just notices things. And I guess like your wrists are kind of the giving and receiving energy of your body. So like your hands and your wrists are this energetical, how do you say it? It's like a blueprint in your body. And that's kind of the energy of giving and receiving are in your hands and your wrists. So she brings up this idea that she's feeling into, and she says, there seems to be this block around giving and receiving. Do you notice anything about that? And instantly my brain is like, yeah, I definitely know what that's about. I feel this, and I really like to tap into my intuition. Sometimes it's an unconscious realization that'll come to me where I'm like, oh my gosh, I never noticed that before. But when I'm listening and tapping in, then I notice it. And yes, if this is woo-woo for you, that's fine. You can watch a different episode, but this is real. And this is what was going on with me. And I think I've told you guys about the first time I did energy work, and it was really powerful experience for me. Maybe I didn't tell you. Anyways, we'll save that for another time. So she is doing this session on me and notice the giving and receiving. And I'm like, yeah, I know what that's about. I give and I don't receive. That's a negative core belief that I know is in there, and I wasn't acknowledging it, and I didn't realize it was happening. But right when she said that, that is exactly what came to my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh. And it felt so true for me in the moment, because I had been really stressed out before the live course. I had been really stressed out about all the buildup towards it and sort of depleting myself and not noticing that I was just doing this. Like, just felt like I was giving and giving and giving. And even if my world didn't look different, it wasn't like I was just, giving and giving. But energetically, I was blocking that idea of receiving. So I wasn't allowing myself to rest well. I wasn't allowing myself to play. I wasn't giving myself permission to receive things that rejuvenated me. Even eating properly, I was kind of letting that slide because I was feeling so much stress and angst around oh my gosh, I'm starting this new thing and it's so crazy. And what am I doing everything right? Or are people going to come? All those things. And just acknowledging that, and it helped make that shift from, I don't actually want to live my life that way. That's why this work is so powerful, is sometimes it can bring things to light that we didn't even realize we were doing. And once you know about it, you then have the power to intentionally shift it for yourself so that you don't have to live that way anymore. And there are times when we still live out of those things when we know better. And that's when we get into the unconscious realm. And that's when we get to do unconscious work. And it's so cool. Anyways, moving forward. So we did some work around that giving and receiving. And I felt so much better after that. And the one thing that I noticed that I could not have planned and I did not realize at all was that very next day was the day that I was doing the live course, right? Day 2 of the live course. And that's when I was going to pitch my 8-week group coaching program. The first time that I've ever really pitched something publicly that was, has an investment to it. And I know that like money stuff can be really tricky for people, and even a lot of blocks and triggers can come up when we're talking about money and we're talking about receiving. And that session, that energy work totally helped me let go of my fears about talking to people about my program and how much it costs. And I'm like, why? I mean, I've been doing free content for years, right? Years. And I now have built something that can serve people in a really big way, in a deeper way than just this interaction that we have on YouTube and on podcasts and on Instagram and TikTok and all the other platforms that I've been on. Like, this is a deep level of being able to help somebody shift their internal world from the inside out. And it's powerful. And I'm ready to receive people that are ready for that. I'm ready for that. And so when we're talking about this idea of I'm working so hard and it's just not coming, I just want to encourage everybody that is listening, if you're within the sound of my voice, that trust that where you're at is exactly where you need to be. Because there are going to be things that you grow from, that you gain from right now. Rejection is redirection. We're always constantly learning, we're growing, but it's all about how we choose to look at it, how we choose to frame it. Because yes, we can let rejections take us out of the game, and then we will continue to play small. We can let our fears take us out of the game. We can let our fears continue to make us play small. But as you start to reframe, rejection is redirection. Do you notice that internal shift of looking at life in a more positive way? It's powerful because life will hold you back if you let it. Your mind will hold you back if you let it. Your fears will hold you back if you let them. But if you really want to change, if you really want to live the life that your soul has been dreaming of and craving, it's time. It's time to make a change. And if you need help with that, which I did, I would not be where I am today without the help that I've had from therapists and coaches and recovery groups and all the things that I dove into when I was really drowning in my own mental and emotional black hole. You deserve better, and you get to choose better, and you get to be better. Let's do it. If you are on the fence about this group coaching program, I really want you to ask yourself, what is the cost of not doing it? If I don't do anything to change my world right now, if I stay the same, if things stay the way they are right now, where will I be in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year from now? If nothing changes, nothing changes. To have that internal freedom where you get to live life with ease, without anxiety, with peace, knowing your worth, knowing your wholeness, feeling joy, like real joy, not just, oh, I'm happy, this is so cool, but real joy. It doesn't come without you choosing and reframing your world. Can you tell I'm kind of passionate about this stuff? All right, I'm going to go. It's time. If you have questions, let me know in the comments below. If you guys have any experiences around the things that I've talked about today, I would love to hear them. I would love to hear your stories. And thanks for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, real quick, cutting from Colette to Colette again. I just wanted to make you guys aware next week will be a gap week in the podcast. Stay tuned for the following week. We'll be back as normal, and we'll have some new guests and all sorts of fun things. So let's go. I'll see you guys then. Thanks for your support. Mwah. Bye. Thanks for watching Empowered Now. If anything you heard today resonated with you and you want more, please like and subscribe so that you won't miss an upload. You can also follow me on social media at Colette Kati. And if you're interested in working with me more closely through coaching or other opportunities, go to my website, ColetteKati.com. It is my hope that you will continue to come back and experience for yourself the benefits of choosing an empowered life. Your feedback and your experience are very important to me, so please take a moment to connect with me in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on today's episode, ideas for future topics, and ideas for guests that you would like to see. And as always, thanks for your time, support, and your courage to live empowered now.